ladies and gentlemen. Salem, Massachusetts Golden Boy, the natural John Wilson, about to take on Beverly's own, the machine Atlee Green, in what we hope will be a memorable contest. These two have never been in the ring together, and tonight will be the first time as we close out this first episode of X Space TV. Going for the handshake, and Atlee pulls back. This is going to be an interesting contest to see. Two big men going head to head. And the natural John Wilson, who is sporting a Broncos jersey for some reason. Receiving end of a collar, a wrist lock, arm wrap. And the natural, he is an incredibly talented wrestler. He's an incredibly talented athlete. But when it comes to the big fight scenario, the big game, he just can't deliver. In 2003, he had 4 world heavyweight title shots in one season within 3 months, and he failed to get the belt on all 4 occasions. Every time the man is put in a situation where he can win something big, he chokes. And I think if we go back in history, when he was playing football for Salem High, he cost Salem High the big game, and I really don't think it's ever left him. I think it translates itself into the wrestling world as the natural tries to get out of this headlock, pushes Atlee off the ropes, shoulder block, and he is down. Atlee again off the ropes, and the natural gives him a giant hip toss. Look at the humanity in this. No. Oh my God, I never thought I'd see the day. The natural John Wilson just body slammed the biggest man in professional wrestling, Atlee the Machine Green, without breaking a sweat. This man is truly the natural, and I hope he can get the job done tonight. The natural's showing us something tonight, just like Switchblade did. He's going to give Atlee everything he's got. Atlee rolling out of the ring. Referee counting Atlee Green out. Atlee surprised. I can guarantee you Atlee did not think the natural could do that. Hell, I didn't think the natural could do that. He did it.
He's a friggin'
natural showing some spirit, trying to get Atlee the Machine Green back in the ring. And Atlee caught him. Throw it on the ropes. Referee's going to have to count to 4 and get him off. That's a legal move right there. And Shane Daly just hits. Shane Daly just wallops the natural upside the head with a tennis racket and hits him in the wrist. His left wrist. I believe it was his left wrist. Hit him in the wrist with the tennis racket, with the edge of the tennis racket. That could cause permanent damage. The wrist is a very vulnerable joint to injury, and Atlee, I know this is planned. Atlee going right after that wrist. This was planned all along by Shane Daly and Atlee Green. They are going to take advantage of that wrist. They are going to hurt that wrist. They're going to injure that wrist, slamming the wrist into the turnbuckle. That did not look good. John trying to fight back. No. Trying to throw punches to get back. He uses that injured hand. And poor Wilson, man. He came in here like a house of fire and had all the spirit in the world. Atlee going for oh my God. Atlee going for a body slam of his own. Not exactly. Atlee is intentionally trying to hurt this man. He just drove the natural on the back of his head with a poorly executed body slam, or so we think, because he could have done that on purpose just to make this match a whole lot easier for him. Think about it. He's got John to the crowd. He's got Shane Daly working over his opponents outside the ring with a tennis racket, and now he's just taking advantage of a good situation. Where the hell is the ref in all this? Oh, he's working. That's working on that wrist some more here. Punching him in the wrist. I wouldn't be surprised if I had to report a broken wrist by the end of this fight.
Driving on the Autobahn.
The natural really babying that wrist now because he needs to do something. He needs to defend himself is what he needs to do. Atlee got him in the corner. Big forearm across the chest in the corner. The fire that Natural had in his eyes has been extinguished after having his wrist and his neck worked on by Atlee the Machine Green. John Wilson doesn't know what to do. Atlee is just taking his time. You know, for a big man like Atlee Green, he can move very fast and very fluid for someone his size. But he's making it so he doesn't have to. Working on that wrist again. Referee, come on, break this up. Atlee got Wilson by the back of the head, and a big forearm across the back, between the shoulder blades. And another one, and down goes the Natch. You know, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm worried about John Wilson's condition right now, his wrist, his neck. You know, just his spirit right now must be shattered. 1, 2, but he has enough power to kick out. Natural on his back. Atlee, John to the referee. This match could be over quicker than we think. Oh, John Wilson fighting, working on a comeback here. Punches to that gut. And an Irish whip off the ropes. Clothesline by the Natural, and he might be back in this thing. The Natural getting that fire back, getting that spirit back in him. Stomps to the chest of Atlee Green. Nash needs to do something. Pinfall. 1, 2. Damn it. Atlee kicks out at just the last second, and the Natch has gone through just about everything he can right now. Atlee Green up to his feet. Natch still working. Oh, his wrist has got to be killing him. Not to mention his neck, and another forearm across the back of the head.
Matt doesn't want you there.
Atlee stepping on that wrist. That's not good. Come on, ref. Come on. This is a bunch of crap. The referee should be doing more about this. Atlee still going after that wrist. The Natural can't get away from it.
You are a mark for him.
Picks him up just to put him right back down again. Atlee's going after that wrist again. Oh my God, this is the biggest cross armbar I've ever seen in my life. He is working that wrist. Come on, John, you can do this. Stay in the contest. Come on. The Natural's in a bad way right now because he can't reach the ropes. There's no way he can get to the ropes. He almost got his foot on the ropes. If he just squirms a little bit further down, he can get his foot on the rope in the match. He can get out of this hole. Atlee's got that wrist locked on tight. Natch has nowhere to go. The Natural has nowhere to go. Wait, did he get his foot on the ropes? No, he dragged him away. He got his foot on the ropes, but Atlee dragged him away from the corner. He's got nowhere to go. That's it. That's it. John's tapping out. That's the end of this fight. Something is seriously wrong with his wrist. Something is seriously wrong with the Natural John Wilson's wrist. Atlee the Machine Green gets the victory tonight, but at what cost? He may have cost another athlete his career, hey, he could be on the shelf for several months with that injury if he really caused some serious damage. Thank you for tuning into X Space TV tonight. We will be back.